The dissemination of stories regarding unsolved missing person cases or murders is of utmost importance for a multitude of reasons. The primary purpose is to ensure that the cases remain prominent in the public consciousness, which can potentially result in new information or leads that may facilitate the resolution of the cases. Moreover, these narratives can help draw attention to more pressing issues, such as the necessity for better support mechanisms for the families of missing persons or more effective investigative strategies. It is also a means of commemorating the victims and keeping their memory alive, which is particularly crucial when justice is not attained. Ultimately, through the sharing of these stories, we can heighten awareness about the frequency of these occurrences and the significance of continuing efforts toward their resolution. Greetings, my name is Nix, and welcome to Into the Dark. True Crime Stories, a novel video series that takes you on a voyage through some of the most perplexing and unresolved disappearances and homicides in the United States. Join me as we scrutinize the evidence, theories, and impact of these cases on the families and communities involved. We will delve deeper into what happened and probe the reasons why these cases remain unresolved to this day. From small towns to large cities, we will illuminate the darkest corners of the country in pursuit of the truth. So join our fellow fireflies as we explore the mysteries of the shadows and venture deeper into the dark.
The disappearance of Johnny Goss.
Johnny Goss was a 12-year-old paperboy from West Des Moines, Iowa, whose disappearance on September 5, 1982, remains one of the most haunting missing persons cases in American history. Johnny's disappearance not only deeply affected his family, but also sparked a national conversation about child abductions and led to significant changes in how missing children cases are handled. On that fateful morning, Johnny set out on his usual paper route. However, when he didn't return home, his worried parents contacted the police. The initial investigation revealed that Johnny's newspaper wagon was discovered abandoned just 2 blocks away from his home, along with an open newspaper bag. Witnesses came forward, reporting that they had seen Johnny speaking with an unidentified man in a blue Ford Fairmont before he vanished. Despite extensive searches and media coverage, no trace of Johnny was found. The case took an even more disturbing turn when Johnny's mother, Noreen Goss, received a series of chilling photographs in the mail several years after his disappearance. The photographs purportedly showed Johnny bound and gagged, leading to widespread speculation about his fate. However, the authenticity of these photographs has been a subject of controversy, with some questioning their credibility. Despite the widespread attention and ongoing investigations, the case of Johnny Goss remains unsolved. The lack of conclusive evidence, conflicting reports, and the passage of time have made it challenging for investigators to make progress. The haunting mystery of Johnny Goss's disappearance continues to haunt his family, friends, and the larger community, serving as a reminder of the enduring pain caused by unsolved missing persons cases.
The disappearance of Kristen Modifieri.
Kristen Modifieri, an 18-year-old college student from Charlotte, North Carolina, vanished without a trace on June 23, 1997, in Oakland, California. Kristen was attending summer classes at the University of California, Berkeley, when she went missing. She had plans to visit a coffee shop and later meet a coworker, but she never showed up at either location, leaving her friends and family deeply concerned. The investigation into Kristen's disappearance began immediately, with law enforcement agencies conducting extensive searches and interviewing witnesses. Despite their efforts, no significant leads or evidence were uncovered in the early stages of the investigation. Friends and family members described Kristen as responsible and reliable, making her sudden disappearance all the more baffling. Over time, various theories emerged surrounding Kristen's disappearance. Some speculated that she may have encountered foul play, possibly falling victim to a random act of violence. Others considered the possibility of voluntary disappearance, suggesting that Kristen may have wanted to start a new life or escape personal issues. However, there was no concrete evidence to support any specific theory. As the case gained media attention, numerous tips and potential sightings were reported, but none of them could be definitively linked to Kristen. The lack of solid leads and the absence of any communication from Kristen only deepened the mystery and added to the frustration of investigators and her loved ones. Kristen's disappearance had a profound impact on her family, who tirelessly sought answers and advocated for her case. Her mother, Deborah Modifieri, founded the Kristen Foundation, an organization dedicated to assisting families with missing loved ones and raising awareness about personal safety and the prevention of abduction. Despite the enduring efforts of law enforcement and Kristen's dedicated loved ones, her whereabouts remain unknown. The case remains open and unsolved, leaving lingering questions and a sense of unease for those connected to Kristen. The disappearance of Kristen Modifieri serves as a reminder of the challenges and heartbreak associated with missing persons cases, and the need for continued efforts to find answers and bring closure to grieving families.
The Vanishing of Amy Bradley.
Amy Lynn Bradley, a 23-year-old American woman, mysteriously disappeared while on a Caribbean cruise with her family on March 24, 1998. The Bradleys were aboard the Royal Caribbean International cruise ship, Rhapsody of the Seas, which had docked at Curaçao in the Netherlands, Antilles at the time of Amy's disappearance. What transpired that night remains a haunting enigma that has captivated the public's attention for years. On the morning of Amy's disappearance, her father, Ron Bradley, last saw her asleep on the balcony of their cabin around 5:30 a.m. When the rest of the family woke up at 6:00 a.m., Amy was nowhere to be found. An extensive search of the ship was immediately conducted, but there was no sign of Amy. Despite the crew's efforts and subsequent investigations by local authorities and the FBI, the case quickly turned cold, and Amy's fate remained unknown. The circumstances surrounding Amy Bradley's disappearance have raised numerous questions and theories. Some believe that she may have fallen overboard accidentally, but others suspect foul play. Reports emerged of passengers who claimed to have seen Amy in distress and potentially held against her after the time she was last seen by her father. These sightings included encounters in bars, brothels, and even aboard other ships in the Caribbean. Over the years, several leads and alleged sightings of Amy surfaced, often fueled by the Bradley family's relentless pursuit of answers. In 1999, an American sailor reported meeting a woman matching Amy's description in a brothel in Curaçao and hearing her mention her name. Additionally, a photograph was found on a website in 2005 depicting a woman resembling Amy alongside an unidentified man, but the authenticity of the image remains unverified. Amy Bradley's disappearance gained significant media attention, bringing international focus to the case. Her family tirelessly campaigned for her, appearing on numerous television programs and sharing her story worldwide. Their efforts led to the passage of the Amy Bradley Cruise Ship Safety Act in 2010, which aimed to enhance security measures on cruise ships and improve responses to missing persons cases. Despite the ongoing efforts and the persistent determination of her family, the whereabouts of Amy Bradley remain unknown. Her disappearance continues to baffle investigators and haunt those who follow the case. The enigmatic circumstances and potential leads have fueled intense speculation and made her story one of the most haunting and enduring missing persons cases in recent history.
The Disappearance of Morgan Nick.
Morgan Nick, a 6-year-old girl from Alma, Arkansas, vanished on June 9, 1995, during a Little League baseball game. Morgan was attending the game with her mother and friends, and during a brief break, she went to catch fireflies with some other children near her mother's car. When Morgan's mother returned to check on her, she was nowhere to be found, launching one of the most enduring missing persons cases in Arkansas history. Following Morgan's disappearance, an immediate search effort commenced involving local law enforcement, volunteers, and the FBI. Despite the extensive search, no trace of Morgan was discovered, leaving her family and the community devastated and desperate for answers. The case garnered significant media attention, bringing national awareness to the plight of missing children. Over the years, numerous leads and possible sightings were reported, but none of them provided definitive answers or led to Morgan's whereabouts. The lack of solid evidence and the passage of time have made it increasingly challenging for investigators to make substantial progress in the case. Morgan's disappearance deeply impacted her family, who never gave up hope of finding her. Her mother, Colleen Nick became a vocal advocate for missing children and founded the Morgan Nick Foundation, dedicated to supporting families of missing children and raising awareness about abduction prevention. The case of Morgan Nick remains open, and investigators continue to follow up on any new leads that emerge. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children and other organizations have featured Morgan's case in efforts to locate missing children across the country. The enduring mystery of Morgan Nick's disappearance has left a lasting impact on the community and serves as a reminder of the vulnerability of children and the need for ongoing efforts to find answers and bring closure to grieving families. The search for Morgan continues, and her family holds out hope that one day they will find the answers they have been desperately seeking.
In conclusion, the cases we've explored today are a haunting reminder that the world is often a dangerous and unpredictable place. Though these particular cases may never be solved, we can honor the memory of the victims by continuing to investigate and shed light on the circumstances surrounding their death. We must also remember that there are many other victims out there, and we must never forget the importance of pursuing justice on their behalf. Let us all remain vigilant and continue to work towards a world where such crimes are not only solved, but prevented from happening in the first place. Thank you for watching, and until next time, farewell.